Across the years, I found myself a little envious of people who are naturally organized. For example, I remember being in awe of one of my coaching clients who mentioned that her closet is color-coded, her pantry is alphabetized, and that her filing system includes printed labels, dated ticklers, and elaborate and systematic use of sticky notes. I'm Dr. Patricia Thompson, a corporate psychologist and executive coach. I am passionate about helping you to apply the science of psychology to become a better leader and achieve your career goals and have greater happiness in life. Today, I am a guest speaker on Mr. Smart's YouTube channel. Subscribe to this channel or join us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram through the links in the description to watch more animations based on my writings. Now, the truth is that I'm someone who wasn't born with the organization gene. My New Year's resolution to keep my bedroom clean dates back to elementary school. Although the demands of graduate school, work with senior executives, and having a family have definitely caused me to up my game in the organizing department, the truth is these are skills that I consistently have to work on. Intuitively, something always told me that there were benefits to organization and a lack of clutter, and recently I've discovered that science also backs up what my gut was telling me. Listen on to learn why decluttering is good for you. In fact, these are the 5 reasons to declutter. Number 1, clutter reduces your ability to focus. In one study, Princeton researchers conducted fMRIs on the brains of research subjects as they completed tasks requiring attention. And in the different experimental conditions, the amount of visual stimuli to which people were exposed was varied to see how it would affect their ability to perform the task. The researchers found that the more visual distractions that were present, the more the subject's attention was hampered. In other words, having to ignore visual distractions took mental energy, and this caused the subjects to perform more poorly on the task. The bottom line is that if you need to focus, you will likely be better able to do so in a calm and clean environment. And this relationship between clutter and the ability to focus is a strong reason for decluttering. Number 2, clutter and health. In another study, subjects completed questionnaires at either an orderly desk or a messy desk, and then were offered the choice of an apple or candy on their way out the door. Those who had been at the clean desk were 3 times more likely to choose the apple, suggesting that the clean environment promoted other desirable behaviors. Number 3, a clean desk is associated with more generous behavior. In that same study, subjects were also given the opportunity to donate to charity. While only 47% of those in the cluttered environment donated their own money, 82% of those in the clean environment made charitable donations. So, if you could stand to be more giving, an organized environment might help you out. 4, clutter and the stress relationship. So a UCLA study of families found that increased clutter in the home was associated with higher levels of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, in women. Men, however, were unaffected. Now, for me, the results of this study beg the question as to whether the clutter itself was associated with the stress levels, or the different sexes' attitudes about the messy environment and perhaps who was supposed to clean it up caused the different reactions. Still, the takeaway is that for women, cleaner surroundings are associated with greater well-being. So even if it doesn't bother you personally, if you were a man in a relationship with a woman, make sure to pick up after yourself. All right. Number 5, the effect of clutter on productivity. Now, while I don't have a study to back this one up, I think we can all intuitively agree that clutter can frequently cause inefficiency. The time you are spending looking for a lost email or a misplaced file is time that you could be devoting to other constructive work or even relaxation. Having organized surroundings reduces the odds that you'll find yourself spending unnecessarily time tracking down your stuff. So, what do you do about the clutter? And with the caveat that I make no claims of being an organizing guru, here are a few strategies that work for me. So first, how to get rid of clutter in your house. Periodically, I will go through my closet, desk, or other offending area and get rid of the items that I no longer need. And I found that asking myself the question, does this still serve me? And answering honestly lets me know if I should toss, donate, or keep each item. Second, declutter in phases. My husband has 14,583 unread emails in his inbox. Unfortunately, this is not an exaggeration. Now, as you might imagine, the thought of sorting through those emails is a pretty daunting task for him. However, if he decided to go through, say, 2,000 emails a day, or even 200 or 20 until he got through them all, that would make the task seem much more doable. So, to avoid overwhelm, break down your decluttering projects into manageable sections, and before you know it, you'll have dealt with the mess. Number 3, have a dedicated space for important items. Now, while organizing experts suggest having a place for everything, I found that for me, it's more practical and realistic for someone like me to ensure that my high use or important items have specific locations. And that way I can easily find my keys, essential files, and official documents. Number 4, do it now. While it can be nice to rationalize that you'll get to it later, odds are that if you let the stack of files pile up on your desk, you might not get to them until much later. Guard against procrastination by taking the few seconds required to hang up the sweater, throw away the piece of paper, or put the file in its place. Doing so will keep your environment cleaner, which, as we learned above, promotes healthier, more constructive behaviors. Finally, if you've listened to all of this information, convinced that it would be a good idea to deal with your clutter, but are unsure if you'll be able to keep up with it, take heart. Although orderly environments encourage people to stick with convention and do what's expected of them, research has shown that messy environments are associated with more creativity. So that's why not to declutter. So leave your desk messy, innovate, and call it a day. Now, I have 2 questions for you. First, do you have clutter that you need to deal with in your home? Be honest. And second, if your answer was yes, what small step can you make today to get started on clearing out some of your clutter? Like and share this video if you found it helpful. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to Mr. Smart so that he can continue to craft such animations with love and care, especially for you. Or visit his website, mrsmart.org, to have a deeper dive into smart and intentional living. Live long, smart living.